I've just accepted a $150 million donation, and I think it may have been a bad idea. How do I give it back?
Context?
Nope. I wish.
$150, $150 million
Yeah.
donation. Where do you get $150 million donation? What were you? What do you think he was probably doing?
Well, you got to think of it this way. They said they didn't say like I gave a $150 million donation and oh man, I wish I hadn't done that. They said they accepted a $150 million donation and they're like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Like if I had too much money on my hands and I was like, here's $150 million for cancer research, do you think that one of them would turn to me and be like, I don't know if we should take this? Like, there's no way that that's a
This
reaction.
makes me feel. Yeah, this makes me feel a little dirty.
So
It makes me feel a little grimy to take your 150 cool mil. I mean, do you think that it maybe we're digging back to our roots and we might have stumbled upon another GoFundMe and he realized it was bad only after he received $150 million?
there is a thing that I just read in the comments of the Reddit question that I
Mm-hmm.
think is actually a hilariously possible outcome to this scenario.
Okay.
You know the spam emails you get that's like, "Hello, I'm the Prince of Nigeria and I need you to send me all the money that you have."
Oh,
Uh
he is the Prince of Nigeria who
like
just
what
got
if
done sending 150 mil.
what if like someone was just like super into it and sent him $150 million and he's on the other side, he's like, "Oh my god, someone sent the money. Oh god. Oh, now what do I do with this?
Yeah,
Buy
I
food
think
for everybody? I don't know, man. I'm not really the
I'm
Prince of
not.
Nigeria. I'm just Cool Dan."
Yeah, okay, that's good that you made that qualifier because I was unsure of what exactly the mild accent was that you were trying to throw out there. I wasn't sure for a
The
second. Yeah, I
mild
mean,
accent that I threw out there was I don't have teeth in my mouth.
yeah, that's a good accent. I like that accent. It's genuinely you. I think that I've gotten a lot of spam, not recently, more like the 2010 era
Hmm.
that says you've won an iPhone, you've won $1,200, press
Yeah.
here to claim. And I think our question asker, might have just accepted $150 million,
Uh-huh.
which is super cool, but I understand why you might want to try to return that.
Right.
Um, yeah, could this be a catfishing scheme?
You think, okay, let's just look at the facts. I know from all the catfishing things, like the show and whatnot, that sure, some people like to play with other people's hearts, and some people are like, here, send me like couple $100 so that I can get through whatever. Do you think there is such a catfish scenario where, and you got to keep in mind, they say it's a $150 million donation. It's not like a span, like an annual, a culmination of all the money. It's not like overall. At one point in time, they said, "Hey, honey, baby cakes. I know we have never met before, but would you mind just real quick under the table, maybe under the door, slide me a cool 150 mil, just for some personal stuff, like gas and such. Gas and groceries." And
Yeah,
and the person looks at this computer screen of a person they've never met and said, "Oh, sure, why not? Sure, why not?"
yeah. Baby cakes. I'm having a real hard time paying the flu bill
Mm-hmm.
that I've been getting recently.
Yeah,
Do you think you could cover that for me? And you say,
yeah,
absolutely. I don't know your culture. I'm from a different country. How much
right,
does that cost?
of course.
It's about 150 million. And I think there was a minor amount of guilt, which is why we get this user asking this question about should I return it? Because flu bills aren't real. It's just that they're from a country that doesn't know about flu bills. Um, if I told you that in Denmark the flu bills were extraordinarily high, would you believe me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how I would get fished for 150 million. Um, would that I had it?
Give me the cool guy scenario here. All right. Tell me you're Mr. Popular. All right, you're Mr. Popular in your state, maybe your country. For
All right,
some
so I'm in my
reason,
shoes.
yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm in a place that I've never been. This is a fun experiment.
Now, all of a sudden, one person just says like, "Hey, I love what you're doing. Here's a cool 150 mil." What?
Do it better now.
What is it
Is it
that?
an insult? Is that the guilt? Is it like is
Oh,
somebody is grooming me and they are giving me way too much of a leg up in life? I need to bring myself down to a point where it is reasonable. it's like the small loan of $1 million. It's not realistic. If you're given $150 million for the startup for your oil painting company, you really don't need an oil painting company anymore, and you kind of lost the passion all of a sudden.
Dang, son. I mean, it's also kind of just like what Trump's dad gave him like $10 million. He was
1 million. That was the
yeah.
reference.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say like yeah, his dad was just like here you go, have some fun. And Trump was like, I'm gonna be president one day, and his dad was like, okay, yeah, okay, cool, great. And then he did it, and fuck all, everything is possible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And with 150 million, I think that it's kind of a low ball shot to say you're going to be president at that point.
Uh huh.
Um, and there isn't really much else you can do that's like a bigger like point of stature than president of the United States. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Are there other countries you'd be more proud to be the president of? And you're having a minor guilt issue with the fact that you have too much of a leg up on the rest of us. And I'll tell you what, user, if you're listening, which I know you are,
Mm-hmm.
um, if you feel extra bad, you can start partitioning that off to the people who have meant the most to you. That means us. I love you,
I love you
and
too, and I
we
also
love you.
love all the money that you have sent us.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, by the time you're listening, it, I'm sure you're like halfway through typing in your credit card numbers
Yeah.
into our like PayPal's. But I mean, that's some really good advice. That's about all I
Mm-hmm.
could think to give at the moment
Yeah, I think
because I,
yeah, the end all be all is probably it's just safest to send it over
I
here.
like, I totally get the hurt. I just can't relate. So yeah,